So you want to be a Zeni multi-millionaire. What's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video. And today we're taking a look at not one, but two methods by which to get yourself a good amount of Zeni relatively quickly. Now, the first method is one that does not require you to actually do very much in terms of actual progress on the campaign or the story mode of the game. It just simply requires you to go into the world tournament mode and complete the different tournaments that are available. Keep in mind, you can play these on the lowest difficulty possible to make sure that you have the best chance of success, and they're genuinely very, very simple to complete. Once you do complete one of these tournaments, you will then be rewarded with 160,000 Zeni, which when you start out the game is a pretty handsome amount that you can then apply to unlock some of your favorite characters or any of the other goodies that are available in the item shop. Before we get to the second method, I do want to remind you guys, though, don't forget to leave a like on today's video if this video helps you out. Thank you so very much for your support. That would be very, very much appreciated. So here we go with method number 2, and this is a very popular method in the community right now. Hopefully it doesn't get patched out of the game anytime soon, because it is a wonderful way to get yourself tons and tons of Zeni very, very quickly. It will require a little bit of work before you have access to it, but don't worry, I'll explain everything step by step. Now, I personally saw this method over on Reddit, but I don't really know who was the first person to find this. So if you know, let me know down in the comment section below. That way we could give them a shout. Now, with that in mind, we're going to start on the main menu to keep it as clean and concise as possible. Once you've launched through the main menu, you will be greeted by your episode battle or custom battle screen, which is exactly what we're going to dive into now. Now, for those that don't know, episode battles in this game is essentially your campaign mode. And what we're going to be doing is essentially taking advantage of an exploit in the game where when you get duplicate items, the game will then essentially reward you with the equivalent of unlocking that item with Zeni. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Now, what is a really good and early item that you can unlock? That would be Super Saiyan Goku. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make our way through the entirety of chapter number 1, the Saiyan Saga. So if you're looking at the episode map, you will indeed need to complete the entire Saiyan arc, and you will need to actually complete most of the Planet Namek arc as well, getting yourself over to this final chapter battle, which is titled Super Saiyan Goku Awakens. So once you've unlocked this particular chapter, you're actually going to need to complete it once, because in order to activate the exploit portion, you actually need to essentially complete it multiple times over. The nice thing is that it is a very easy battle because this is a very powerful form of Goku. But let's say even if you're struggling with the battle, you can see that if you look in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, the second keybind from the right is actually going to say change difficulty. So in my case on PlayStation, I just simply need to hit L2 and that will then lower the difficulty. Now, I personally have not had any trouble, and this is not me bragging because trust me, there's a lot of fights in this game that are excruciatingly difficult. But I have not had any problem of defeating Frieza even on normal difficulty. But if you're struggling, just simply go ahead and lower the difficulty, and then you get to jump into the Super Saiyan Goku Awakens battle. So we're going to launch in, pretend that this is your second playthrough at this point, because of course the first time around, you will not actually expect to get the Zeni rewards. Instead, you're going to unlock Super Saiyan Goku as an outfit. So in order to speed this up, basically what you're going to want to do in order to make this as efficient as possible is actually skip all of these cutscenes. That way you're right in battle. You don't have to watch all of those cutscenes over and over again. And then we're just going to jump right into the fight. Now, the nice thing about this is that because you start the fight already in a fully powered up form of Goku, you can fire away a Kamehameha. Like 9 times out of 10, I managed to fire one of these like almost instantly. And that should send Frieza packing quite far as it is. You can then immediately power up again in order to give yourself a good amount of energy to utilize different moves, as well as build up a skill point so that when that is ready to go, you can pop another Kamehameha, which means that realistically, like I'm recording this in real time, this is about as long as a battle like this would take you guys to go ahead and actually complete. So I'm just gonna dash a little bit back if I can. Okay, now we're sort of getting whooped. This is unfortunate. Whoops. There. So once he goes flying, take that moment to power up. And if he comes at you, you can always just hit him with a nice counter, power up very easily. And I would say most of the time, if you can land 2 of these Kamehamehas, you probably have already won the fight or very close to it. And once you have gone ahead and gone through this screen right here, you're good. Because look at the top right corner. Zeni from items converted, 300,000. That is pretty freaking awesome. So that means that those Zeni are already in your pocket and have been added to your collection. And of course, you can go through the process of now watching these cutscenes and resetting. But what I've found in order to even speed this up further is to just simply go ahead and pause your game on this very screen right here and hit the return to character select screen. Once you do that, you can then immediately launch right back into the exact same episode that you were in by pressing continue. So if you press continue, what it does is because you didn't watch the entirety of the cutscene there, it will start you right from the beginning of the fight against Frieza. So you're able to get into these fights much faster with even less loading times and loading screens to worry about, allowing you to basically every 4 fights that you complete against Frieza in such a way will then go on ahead and accumulate a total of 1.2 million Zeni that you can add to your collection. So in the time span of, let's say, maybe half an hour or so, if you dedicate to completing these battles where you go ahead and, I don't know how many times you could defeat Frieza in half an hour, but probably a pretty good number, you can gather millions upon millions of Zeni that you could then apply in order to get yourself whatever unlocks you want, whether it be outfits, characters, any of the other background music items, or pretty much anything else that you like from the shop. And as you can see, the second run, in order to be unscripted here, is going much more like what most of my runs go against Frieza, where I pretty much am able to hit a combo, hit the Kamehameha, hit a secondary combo, hit the Kamehameha again, and this should get him pretty close to being defeated. Let's see. Yep, there we go. You see? So how fast was that? That was probably sub 60 seconds, and that's another 300,000 points collected again. And of course, once again, like I said, you simply go ahead and hit the next button to register the Zeni into your account, then immediately pause, hit return to character selection screen, and rinse and repeat once again to add hundreds upon thousands of Zeni into your collections. And I just wanted to show you guys, basically I spent the last 15 minutes while I was recording the background footage for this particular video, fighting Frieza multiple times over, and prior to doing that fight, I spent almost all of my Zeni, bringing myself down to like, I think it was like 19,000 or something like that. And as you can see, we are back to pretty much 3 million. That is absolutely insane. And now, of course, if I wanted to, I could go through here and say, hey, let's say I want to buy turtles. So I can go on ahead and just simply do that. Or if I want to go and buy an outfit that I'm missing, I could go ahead and do that. Or any of the voices that I'm missing, I could go on ahead and do that as well. Again, I hope this video helps you out. So there you go, guys. That is how to acquire tons and tons of Zeni in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I'm actually also working on a video that will showcase how to get Dragon Balls really quickly, as well as increase the proficiency of your characters insanely quickly. So stay tuned for that as well. And of course, if you guys found this video to be useful, please don't forget to leave a like. I will hopefully catch each and every single one of you lovely folks here on the next one. Peace out. See you later, alligators.